Spell it or?
No.
Okay, I'm Caleb Moppin. I'm from New York City. I live in Queens. And I'm here today because, Martin Luther King had this march in 1963 for jobs and freedom. And it's really, that's the same struggle that's going on now. We have a huge police state growing in this country, millions of people in prison, police growing up everywhere, but yet all the social programs are being cut. The post offices are being shut down, schools are being shut down. We need to fight for jobs in schools, and we also need to fight for another thing that King fought for, which is an end to the wars. Right now, the U.S. has military bases all over the world. The U.S. gives $80 million every day to the state of Israel. That needs to end. We need to use that money for schools and jobs and healthcare and things that people need, not for more and more wars. And we really need to look at the foundations of our society, because the society is based on profits. It's a system where money comes before people. We really need to get beyond that, and especially now what's happening in Syria, where the U.S. wants to send troops there, is funding these rebel groups that are terrorizing and murdering people. We have a moral responsibility to oppose war at home, oppose the expanding military and police state here at home, and fight for justice.
Can you tell me real quick about this publication you just gave me?
It's called Youth Revolt, and it's for Red Youth, which is a collective I'm part of here not here, but in New York City. We came down to support the march, and we oppose wars, we oppose police brutality. We've been active around the Trayvon Martin issue, also around the murder of Marley Graham, a young African-American man who was murdered by the NYPD recently. And we see it as rooted in the capitalist system. We think capitalism needs to go. We need a system that's really democratic, where the people control the banks and the factories and the industries, and we don't have a super rich ruling class. And we see racism as an ugly enemy of the working class, to divide the workers, to say, to play workers against each other. So we can't have the solidarity we need to unite against the super rich and the bosses and the bankers who really have the power. We're going to have a real democracy. We have to come together as workers and realize that, there's a small group of people who own society, and the rest of us, we work for a living. We sell our labor, and we ought to own the economy. We ought to have a democratically run, people-controlled economy. That's what socialism is.
Thank you. Awesome.